Yes, a very good afternoon and welcome to Twerton Park. It's the first day of the National League South season. Football is back, and it's back earlier than it ever has been before for these two sides, with Bath City and Dartford facing their earliest ever start to a league season. I'm Michael Powell, and alongside me this afternoon for this season opener is Joe Acklam. Yeah, so run you through two sides this afternoon now that they are right in front of us. For Dartford, in goal for them is Darren Ibrahim. It's a back four of Callum Driver, Roy Vint, Tom Bonner and Mark Onyema. In midfield, Ben Greenhall, Lee Noble, Elliot Bradbrook and Ches Isaac, with Kudus Oyenga and Jamie Philpott up front. So starting with Bath City, it's in goal is Ryan Clark, back four of Joe Rains, Robbie Cundy, Jack Patton and Anthony Straker. In midfield, James Morton will be the man sitting, with Sean Rigg and Adam Mann either side of him, with Andy Watkins, Ryan Brunt and Ross Stern in a front three. So 5 players given their full Bath City debuts: Clark, Rains, Cundy, Mann and Brunt. Ross Stern returning for a third spell at the club, and it's a very attack-minded lineup. Strong bench of Matt Richards, Frankie Artis, John Mills, Dan Ball and goalkeeper Kieran Hodges. Bobby Bath City to kick us off in this opening 45 minutes, the first game of the new league season.
Very boisterous Twerton Park at the moment.
It certainly is. There's lots of expectation around the ground. I think that positive pre-season for Bath City has undoubtedly helped with that, and they'll be looking to push on and impress what does look to be quite a full crowd here at Twerton Park. Plenty of people on the far side as Watkins with an early drive-in run forward. Plays it infield now to Rigg, 20 yards out. Chance for a shot, it's blocked, but Bath City starting on the front foot, and then it's a ball forward by Noble, but probably cut out by Jack Battens. He actually ends up running it out of play on the far side. No, Dartford looking to come forward again here. It was a good sliding challenge by Sean Rigg to stop that attack, and now Straker can look to drive forward up to the halfway line. Now plays it forward to Stern, who's popped in off the left-hand wing. Now with Sean Rigg, plays 1-2. Stern's going to go for a long-range drive here, which gets Darren Ibrahim scrambling, but it was always wide of the Dartford upright.
Speculative to shoot from there against the Gibraltarian international, but, you know, nice to see positive football from Bath at home.
Now with Rigg, about 10 yards inside the Dartford half, plays it out to Stern on the left-hand side. He crosses in first time, and Brunt was looking to get in, couldn't quite get on the end of it, but that was a dangerous whipped-in ball by Ross Stern. Ryan Clark, man who was at Torquay United last season, who Bath City will face on Tuesday. There's a shot here, and it's gone in from Adam Mann. It's poor goalkeeping by Darren Ibrahim. He really should have got his hand to it. He didn't. And after 9 minutes, Adam Mann has scored the first goal of the season at Twerton Park. Left-footed strike from 20 yards. Jay O'Gill's 2018-19 season is up and running.
Lovely start for Bath City. It's what everyone wants to see in this ground at the moment. Absolutely erupting at Twerton Park in front of us.
Now Isaac plays a long ball out to the right-hand side to Driver. Brings it down nicely. Crosses in towards the centre, and it's Bradbrook who gets there first, but comfortable for Ryan Clark to claim with just a little bit too much loop on the header. Hemel Hempstead, Hampton and Richmond, Hungerford, Billericay all have an early goal as the ball flicked over the top here for Oyenga to chase after. He's going to get there before Cundy. Defender gets back to him, he's still going, and in the end Cundy does really well to block the shot from the striker, but for a second it looked like Kudus Oyenga was in behind the Bath City back line. Ben Greenhall will take this corner from the far side in towards the penalty spot, and Rising was bottom, but he couldn't really get a clear connection on it. It's still bouncing around, and it's a pot shot from Ches Isaac, and thankfully for Ryan Clark it was straight at him. And lays it off to Vint. This time it's on the floor to Philpott, who can lay it off to Greenhall, and then he runs straight into James Morton, but Austin tries to play a little bit too quickly, and Vint with an interesting ball back, which Ibrahim does really well to stop going out for a corner. It's almost slightly risky, but now whilst he looks to come again, it's into Watkins on the edge of the area. Watkins brings it down nicely. And now with Joe Rains on the halfway line. Still going here, the former Freetown man. As Watkins outside him, he's still going to drive forward, is then rather clumsily brought down by Onyema on the edge of the area. And man will cross towards the far post, well headed clear by Vint. As Robbie Cundy brings the ball down and lays it off to Watkins on the halfway line. He's left out of the final pre-season fixture at Weymouth last Saturday, but restored to the starting lineup for league action as Morton flicks the ball out to Stern on the left-hand side. He does really well to get away from his man, Stern. And then, well, the cross is really poor. I think he tried to do it with the outside of his foot and went behind the goal. He's getting a few angry words exchanged with Sean Rigg, who wanted the ball rolled to him on the edge of the area, but Bath City players certainly look up for this afternoon. Straker slices the ball forward, but falls comfortably to Cundy. Now looking for Brunt, once again is beaten in the air, but this ball's picked up by Rigg, and it's now with Ross Stern. He's going to line up a shot. It's rather ambitious from that distance, though, when it does deflect behind off Ryan Brunt. Cundy battling away with Philpott. He's lost out there, the Bath City defender. And now it's Philpott down the left-hand side. Looks to skip back inside as Cundy does well to recover, and then Batten helping out his centre-back partner will clear up towards Brunt. He'll get a free kick on this occasion as Bonner goes climbing over the top of him, and in fact the free kick's actually gone Dartford's way. The referee says Ryan Brunt was bending over and caused the defender to go over the top of him. His long ball forward by Clark, flicked on by Brunt. Onyema's there first. The ball finds its way out to Stern on the left-hand side. Once again, as drive coming into Rigg now. He's got a little bit of space on the left-hand side. Rigg pulls it back to Mann on the edge of the area. Deflected, and that makes it comfortable for Ibrahim. But from 18 yards out, that was another very good chance for Adam Mann. Darren Ibrahim in his 4th season at the club now, the 27-year-old. He plays long ball forward, looking for Philpott. Nice chest down to Greenhall. Looks to skip away from Straker. He's forced back, but still in possession. The Dartford man then clips a nice ball across to Oyanuga. Good shimmy. At the edge of the area, looks to skip past range. He's done well, Oyanuga, to the byline, crosses it back, and Clark does well to smother it at the near post and behind for a corner kick. The ball is played quickly out to Greenhall on the right-hand side. One-on-one with Straker. Looks to whip a ball in, but it's too close to Ryan Clark. Looks to get away from Brad Brook. Retains possession and then plays a beautiful ball out to Stern on the left-hand side. Stern looking to take on Driver. Goes back to Straker instead. Crosses first time. Then it's headed on by Rigg, who got there first, but just couldn't quite get enough on the header. But did well to get there in front of Tom Bonner, Sean Rigg. A couple of spells up in Scotland. Whips it in, although it doesn't beat the front man again, which is Joe Rains. And then Noble's just knocked over rather clumsily by Ross Stern. He was never going to get the ball first, Stern. He can complain as much as he wants. There was a man between him and the ball. Certainly a dangerous position for the Kent side. Stern still complaining. As Greenhall will now cross this in. It's a good delivery. In fact, actually it's Cundy, who gets his head on it. Loose ball picked up by Noble, though, on the right-hand side. Plays it infield to Kudus Oyanuga. He drives to the byline. There'll be another corner kick to Dartford. Ben Greenhall whips it in. It's better delivery on this occasion. It's headed. Oh, it's an incredible clearance of line. It's not. The linesman's given it. It was over the line. It's Elliot Bradbrook who rose highest, and Dartford's string of set pieces is told as the former captain nods in. It was a great effort to try and clear it off the line by Joe Rains, but couldn't quite do enough to stop it, and the linesman, who had a brilliant view on the far side towards the goal. Dartford in first half injury time back on level terms.
It's been coming, I think you've got to say. Bath have really dropped off since that water break. I'm not sure what Gill said. It certainly wasn't. Certainly hasn't gone through the way we would have hoped. they've just been dropping back and back, giving away silly set pieces, and naturally Dartford have scored from one with all the big players they've got on their side.
Still with it, Philpott. As that is, in fact, the half-time whistle. So 1-1 at the interval. Adam Mann's 9th minute strike cancelled out in injury time by an Elliot Bradbrook header.
He's got out to the sides by Rains, plays a 1-2 of Watkins, looks to get Adam Mann down the side, who's in the space, vacated by Onyema, and he's down the side here, looks to play it back into the middle, comes to Andy Watkins, who decides it's come into Brunt as well, but he was in an offside position, now has gone over the bar anyway. Out swinging away from Ibrahim, and it's gone into the middle and towards Robbie Cundy, and it just eludes him, and we'll find Ross Stern about 35 yards from goal, plays it inside. Sean Rigg turns pretty slowly and looks to shoot and flashes over the top of the bar, causing a bit of a stop for Ibrahim once again. It'll be Ben Greenhull once again to deliver from the far side towards the Bristol end. Gets it in, it's headed up by Philpott. Intercepted by Joe Rains, who's been a bit more shackled than he was in pre-season. He's not gone forward as quickly. Andy Watkins is body checked, and it will be a free kick to Bath City just as he was getting up to pace. It should be Stern to take, and he's tried to drill it, but it's not gone at all well. Driver will play long, but only Straker and Ryan Clark are back there. It will come through to the Bath City stopper. He'll look to play back to front, out towards that far side. Watkins didn't really judge the bounce too well. Onyema will look to cover him, and once again putting his hands on the Bath City winger. He's been just about effective enough, and it will be a throw-in to the Romans in that corner. Joe Rains looking to get beyond in that corner. He's got beyond Oyanuga, but he does do well to get back, and Joe Rains is adjudged to have fouled the left-sided player for Dartford. Norton really hasn't been on the ball enough. Robbie Cundy can come forward out towards Isaac, but it's poor. And it will come forward here is Elliot Bradbrook looking to get forward. Philpott, he'd made the move, but it will eventually come to Oyanuga, and he'll get it towards the ex-Millwall man. He's come all the way back. Ben Greenhull out once again to Oyanuga. He's looking to stand up his man, comes inside on Ryan Brunt. He's got Onyema around the side, and his ball across has gone all the way out for a goal kick. He's got 4 or 5 around him, gets it back to Ross Stern, who's suffered a big challenge from Lee Noble, but it was one that got the ball. Sean Rigg looks to turn. There's something between Noble and Stern in the middle. Anthony Strake has been pressed very high by Callum Driver. He's jumped all over the Bath captain there. I think he was going to get something, and it's all about to kick off at Twerton Park in front of us before the referee gets involved and moves Callum Driver away.
It's a yellow card for Callum Driver. Looking out on as well, he's been fortunate because he was the one who actually instigated the confrontation.
We'll finally see John Mills in a second, and it is number 10, Ryan Brunt, who will make way for the predatory goal scorer of Hereford, who will finally make his way into National League South. It's hit very long and direct from Jack Batten, and Adam Mann didn't get onto it, but him and Onyema are battling in the corner. Gets it back. Andy Watkins has got space in behind here. He's pulled off. John Mills, it's not the best finish, and it's a good enough save, and it's eventually got to Ross Stern before it was flicked over the crossbar for a Bath City corner.
Wonderful defending, though, to stop Stern getting on it.
Possibly the show of the hands from Jerry Gill there as Frankie Artis comes on for the certainly more attacking-minded Sean Rigg. There's still a lot of long balls towards John Mills coming in from Bath City at the moment. It's played in towards Brent Greenhull. It's got away from Cundy, whose last-ditch block has got away. It's come back for Sam York, who's skied it over the bar. I think it's a penalty?
Penalty.
It's a penalty for a challenge from someone on, I believe it was Ben Greenhull, before Sam York had skied it over the bar. and it will be a golden chance for Dartford to take 3 points away from Twerton Park from a situation that seemed like it was coming to nothing. Elliot Bradbrook has notched himself onto 2 for the season already from 12 yards. Steps up to it, looks a fire away, and he's skied it over the bar. A massive cheer goes around as Elliot Bradbrook fluffs his lines. It remains 1-1. Ryan Clark didn't have to save that one, but it's gone over the bar. It's a penalty miss.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, there was that sort of brief foray from Bath City where Mills had... There's a poor back pass. Delano Sam York's one-on-one. He looks to go around Ryan Clark. I think he's brought him down.
Red card coming.
It's a second penalty, and it could see Kieran Hodges off the bench here. Ryan Clark had to make the challenge on Delano Sam York, and it's the second in quick succession. Is a yellow card given to
I thought it was outside the area.
Clark.
Once he's given a penalty, it's a yellow card, but I thought that was outside the area, which is why I thought the keeper was going.
Delano Sam York, second time in about a minute, and he slots it away down the middle. Dartford have finally got that penalty goal they wanted. It is 2-1 to the Darts on the first day of this season as they try to forget that heartbreak of the end of last. Adam Mann's played into the corner. He's got Bonner on him. Onyema also looking to close him down. He's just about wriggled away, but he's not really got a position to cross from now. Gets it in. John Mills looked to get it down, but Watkins was stationary, and that's it. It's a huge 3 points really from Dartford as they bounce back from last season pretty quickly. They've recovered their 1-goal deficit. It's 2-1 to Dartford on National League South. There's a Bath City day, doesn't go as planned. It's a slightly disappointing first day, but is, of course, still the first day of the season. There are 41 games to be played in National League South to see how Bath City really are this season. That's it from Twerton Park, who will be in Torquay on Tuesday for Bath City's second game of Vanarama National League South 2018-19. We'll see you then.